All right, for the next step in our owl project, we are going to do the hook at the top and the eyes. So what I tell my students, and for those of you watching this that are my students, I want you to find a piece of yarn. This one is about 40 centimeters, which is a bit bigger than a regular ruler, okay? And we are going to decide which side of this owl is going to be the top and which side is going to be the bottom. The way that you want to decide that is we are going to, at this step, be folding our owl over a little bit. So you kind of want to look, if I fold it over this way, do I like that? Or do I want to flip it and do it that way? And I think I want to do mine this way. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over to the back. This is really important. All right. And we are going to take our glue gun and do a line of glue across here. Before we do that, we want to make sure that we have our yarn ready to go, because we're going to take the middle of it, and as soon as you are done putting that line of glue from there to there, you're going to stick this in there and then flip this over and hold it so that it dries like that. Okay, so we're going to put a line of glue. And stick that in there like this, and then flip over and hold for a sec. Okay. Flip it over to the front. And we are going to tie this at the top. Just like that first step when you tied the knots down here. Okay. And tie them like this, around, knot through again, so 2, and then we pull it together. Now, your hook does not have to be exactly 40 centimeters. You just need it to be big enough to go around and make the connection up top. It can be longer, okay? It can be any color you want, and then I'm going to trim those a little bit, all right? And that's the hook. Now the eyes, you have 3 different options. Kind of 4. Okay, so you can do googly eyes on their own. You're simply going to find where you want them to go, use your glue gun, and stick them on. Okay, a lot of my students choose to put some fabric behind the eye, so I'm going to cut a nice circle that I can glue the eye onto, and then glue both of them onto the owl. Okay, so they might look like that. Right, you could do it in gray. Okay, so option 1 is just the googly eyes. Option 2, you would glue that on and then glue that on top. Okay, option 3 is going to be this. These you need to come see me for, but these are like pupils that you would see that are used for like stuffed animals. There's all different sizes, okay? But maybe you want them that big, maybe you want the bigger ones. All right, and what we do with these, okay, is I'm gonna give you one of these, and then I'm gonna give you a backing for both of your eyes. The backings, I don't know if you can see them. They look like that. Kind of a little like triangle this way. Okay, but what you do is you figure out where you want these eyes, and you're going to sort of wiggle it between the yarn, because you need this to come out the back. So between the yarn, okay, and then you can see how it pops out through the back. And once you have it in the exact spot that you want it, and be sure, because you can't change it once it's on, is you take the backing, okay, you place it on like this, and then you push this down until it clicks onto one of these ridges here. Okay? So the final option would be to also use one of these circles behind the eye, but behind the eye of the pupil would obviously be a bit smaller. So I'm going to cut out a circle. Check that would fit. I might have done that too small. So what you can do, what you do for this is you're going to fold it over. So I've taken the circle, I'm going to fold it in half. Okay, and I'm going to cut a tiny little slit right here. So I'm not going all the way to the edge of the circle. I just want enough space that I can put this pupil through it. So a little cut like that, just with the tip of my very sharp scissors. Right, it creates a hole. I'm going to slide that through. Okay, and so do you see how it, I'm a little bit off center. I should have made it a bit bigger, but do you see how it creates like a pupil behind the, or a color behind the pupil? So then I would slide that in there. Let's get the full effect of that. Hold on. Make it a little bigger. Okay. Again, fold it in half. Use the tip right in the middle. Cut that hole. There we go, that's better. Slide that in. Separate your yarn and push it to the back. Okay, and then I would slide the backing on. Again, you need to come get these from me. Okay. So I think I'm going to do the googly eyes, one circle, do a second one. I'm going to put a big dab of glue right there. Big dab of glue right there. And then another one on here. And another one on there. And that'll be your eyes.